Hola amigos, hola amigas, Dorian here from Hooverlux. Welcome, bienvenido, croeso, salam alaikum. Welcome to the channel, y'all. Chesh, yakshimash, and ni hao. How are you all today? So today I am going to be dedicating this video to a friend of mine called Dan, Dans_vinyl. Dan is a young guy who absolutely loves vinyl. He has loads of posts on his Instagram. I will put a link to his channel in the video description, and we both have this passion for vinyl records. And as you can see here, you can't see at the bottom, but I will show you in a minute, I have not a vast collection of vinyl, but I do have a collection of vinyl. Now, I play my records on my Audio Technica, which you will see in a future video, but today, specifically this video, is just a kind of like chat about some of the vinyl that I do have. A lot of it I have collected over recent times with collecting it from charity shops and some antique places, and then some that's been given to me. Some of it is original stuff from my mum and dad. They have, when they downsized their house and they had a bit of a sort out, they gave to me some of the old records, and a lot of these I do remember as a small child, which I'll show you in a minute. And one or two of them were sort of like mine and my sister's that we used to play frequently. So vinyl, I do remember buying records, a couple of albums. One of them was the Eurythmics album. I do remember buying that album. That was in Our Price Music, you know, that's showing the age. But then I went on to tapes, and then I went on to CDs. So it was kind of like briefly on vinyl records, and then straight on to tapes, and then CDs, and then digital downloads and digital music from then on. But I still have a penchant for vinyl. I do love the sound of it. I'm not an audiophile. I'm not some sort of like sound expert, but there is something quite nice about putting a physical media on the record player and playing it, and it does sound very, very good. Now, throughout the house we have Sonos system. Here in the living room we have two Play 3s. There's the sound bar, and there's also the bass booster thing, the big sub. And over there I have another Sonos thing connected up to the record player, so I can play my records, and I can play it in any room that I want, and this, that and the other. So that's what I do. I play it through Sonos, and the Sonos system for me sounds absolutely amazing. I'm really chuffed with it. I've had it for a couple of years and I've had no issues. So I love playing records through the Sonos system using my Audio Technica. But I had a brainwave and thought it would be quite a good idea if I was to buy a little portable record player with built-in speakers, so that I could play it outside or in the workshop if I'm working around, you know, if I wanted to take the music portable. Bad idea. This is a steeple tone built-in speaker system, and I will be doing a separate video on that. I'm not going to be saying any more. You can tell by my face probably how bad it is, but I will do a separate video on that. So, let's have a look through my record collection and see what we have. So I think if we start at the top here, these are my most recent purchases that I got in a charity shop in Loughborough, and these were all, they were cheaper than the prices on. I think they were like £1 each. Anyway, so this one is Colour Me Barbara. Yesterday, The Minute Waltz, sold Barbara's music. There she is, CBS music. This one, Streisand Guilty. Now I already have this record, but I wanted to buy a second copy of it because I play it quite a lot. I love this music, and this is an album that I remember my mum having from brand new. So when I see this, This takes me back to being 5 or 6 years old. Must be about 5 years old. When was this album made? I don't know, I just absolutely love this album. On 1980, I was 5 years old. Because my memories of it, my mum would play it quite frequently. And she would play it if she was up early, especially on the weekend. This is my memory of it, is summertime, waking up to my mother, listening to Barbra Streisand, listening to this album, and doing her chores around the house, doing her cleaning and stuff. Now, this one is the Bay City Rollers. I kind of picked this one up because this belonged to Caroline Gower in Clacton-on-Sea in Essex. So she was the owner of this one originally. She's got her name on it. This has got to be 1970 something. I wonder if there's a date on it. I can't see a date, but anybody who loves... Now, I haven't actually... I mean, there's some Bay City Roller songs I quite like. Bye Bye Baby, Disco Kid, Angel Baby. I think the only one I can really remember is Bye Bye Baby. But this is my only Bay City Rollers album. And I quite like the fact that it came in this... with these. So I think these must have been sort of like posters you could put up on the wall maybe. So it's quite nice that it still got them. So we got Leslie McCowan, Stuart Wood, Eric Faulkner, Derek Longmire, and then we have the record itself. Now this one is got some scratches on it. Caroline was the owner of this. And by the looks of it, she played the bejeebies out of it because it is really, really, really used. But I will clean that up, put it in a new dust cover, and we'll give it a go. So let me put this back into here. Now this record has been well loved by Caroline, so hello Caroline. What else do we have here? This top row is a bit of a mix. Let's take out these books because they shouldn't be there, but I do like Patricia Cornwell. So we have the awards 1990. Monster Hits. Now I remember having this on tape. Black Box, Right on Time. Yeah, I had this in a double cassette and I played the heck out of that. This, I don't know if these are the original hits or if they are copies, I don't know. Now we move on to some of the modern ones. I don't know why this is in there, that should be down with the modern. So I'll put that back down there. I've got a lovely picture disc. This one here, Bad. That's a new one as well, so I'll put that down there. We've got Fleetwood Mac Greatest Hits. I do like Fleetwood Mac. I think this was a new one as well. Yeah, it was, yeah. Oh yeah, got a bit of a mix up here. Oh, I love the Nows. This is Now Dance 86. Diana Ross, Chain Reaction. Shade. Chartbusters 1981. I remember my parents having this record, not this particular one, but having the record. That is my other Streisand, because I love it. And I also have two of the Chartbuster 81s. Let me put them together. There we go. Billy Joel. Who doesn't like a bit of Billy Joel? Alison Moyet. Now Dance, the 12-inch remixes, extended versions of 20 smash hits. Easy Lover, Some Like It Hot, Would I Lie to You, the Eurythmics. Would I Lie to You, Baby? Gloria Stefan, the Hits album. I do like these. Phil Collins, Tina Turner, Queen, The Game. Music Explosion, 99 Pence in Oxfam. Kung Fu Fighting by Carl Douglas, 1974. Bit of Boney M. Who doesn't like Boney M? Ah, a bit of Elton John. Rocket Man. Human League Dare. These are all originals. Million seller hits. I don't think these are sung by the original artist. I don't have these in any specific order. Barbra Streisand's love songs. Memory like the corner of my mind. I love Neil Diamond. Meatloaf, Bad Out of Hell, Billy Joel's Greatest Hits. Rita Coolidge, Love Me Again. Bit of Bruce Springsteen there, Born in the USA. ABBA. Who wouldn't have ABBA? Bit of Voulez-Vous. Cat Stevens, Greatest Hits. I like Cat Stevens. Tom Jones, The Green, Green Grass of Home. This is like K-Tells, which is kind of like a mix version of it. We got a bit of Barry White there. 40 top 10 hits. Rock the Boat. Don't rock the boat, baby. Sorry, I can't sing. Oh, Love Story. I love that film. Another ABBA, Super Trooper. It's a shame I can't play any of these. Oh, look, we have another Barbra Streisand, so that makes 3. Let's put Babs there. And I saw another one as well. Where was that? Oh, it's up there. So we got 3 Babses. Culture Club, Karma Chameleon. This is the US 12-inch remix single. This album, David Bowie, Aladdin Sane. I have 2 of these. This one is one I bought from a charity shop. And I have another one I'll show you in a bit. Love Collection, mix of songs. Disco Hit 75, the year I was born. What was playing? I Can't Give You Anything by the Stylistics. Bend Me, Shape Me, Any Way You Want Me. Funky Moped. I Can Help. Sealed with a Kiss. The Tears I Cried. There are some better ones on that. 86 original hits from 1986. The Hit Mix 86. Wow, look at all the songs we got on there. Nick Kershaw, Paul Hardcastle, Boris Gardner, Break Machine, Paul Hardcastle again, Raw Band, Clouds Across. I love that song. Grace Jones, Pull Up to the Bumper Baby. There we go, very good. Hits, hits, hits from the 80s, Toya. The Hits album 6. 30 top 10 hits from 1980. Stephen Harrison owned this one, whoever he is. This is Arcade Records, 40 fantastic hits from the 50s and the 60s. I don't know if they'll be the originals. Hit Factory, the best of Scott, Stock, Aitken and Waterman. These songs are just so my childhood. Brother Beyond, Samantha Fox, Pat and Mick, Hazel Dean, Bananarama. Oh, that's the one with, that was Comic Relief. The Reynolds Girls, I'd Rather Jack, Rick Astley, Kylie and Jason. Pat and Mick, Samantha I said then, Jason Donovan again, The Christians, Holly Johnson, Paul McCartney, Jerry Marsden, Stock, Aitken Waterman, Ferry Across the Mersey. That was for the Hillsborough football ground disaster in 1989. Hits album 7. Janet Jackson, Whoops Now. Footloose. That's the Footloose album. Nick Kershaw. This is one of my records that I bought brand new. This is it. This is one of them. Nick Kershaw. There's my writing. Side 1. Side 2. Why I wrote that on there I do not know, but I did. And I put the numbers on of the song. My handwriting hasn't changed in all these years. So yeah, this is one of my originals growing up. Here we have Paul Young. I had this one. This isn't mine. I'm sure it isn't. But I did put it in a new record cover. The Charts, 86, Hotline, and this one, James Last A Go-Go. I haven't actually played that one yet. I wonder if I can get a vinyl record which isn't copyright. Right, okay, so that is the first row. Let's see if I can bore you anymore. Ah, Simply Red. What is this? Ed Sheeran, that's a new one. That should be down in the new ones. Faith by George Michael. The Hits album. That one is the Bee Gees' Greatest Hits, just that. Pet Shop Boys, ELO. This is an original ELO, Electric Light Orchestra, Out of the Blue. The original. With its sleeves. There we go. These are ones I've cleaned up. Ah, I love these songs. What have we got? Baccarat, Yes Sir, I Can Boogie, and some others. There we go, look at that. 99 pence in Oxfam that one was. Yes Sir, I Can Boogie, Love You Till I Die, Granada, Gimme More, and Kuchiku. Bronski Beat, The Age of Consent. Super Hits, the Hits album, another one. This Is Love. Streisand and Christopherson, A Star Is Born. Very apt for the recent movie. K-Tel, Chartbusters 81, Roxy Music. Adam and the Ants. Ah, Joe Dolce. That was, Oh, Shut Up at Your Face. Hit Mix for 88. Hazeldean, Rick Astley. Oh, Mel and Kim. Oh, do you remember Mel and Kim? That was really sad. Another one like this I have. Maybe if I have a fan over, they can sort these out for me into some sort of order. Manilow Magic, I remember that one. That is an original one. Now 32. Fine Young Cannibals. I love Fine Young Cannibals. Flashdance the Musical. Raw Band, Mystery. The TV Hits album 2. Oh God. Walking in the Air. Sue Pollard, Starting Together. Oh God. Auf Wiedersehen Pet. Heidi High. Albion Market. Surprise, Surprise, Dukes of Hazzard, Cracker Jack. That takes me back. This is my mum's. Now, my mum bought this before I was born. So this must be 1970 something. And my mum has put her name on it, Angela Liney. And David Bowie. Now she absolutely loved David Bowie because she's put a necklace around his neck saying Angie Bowie. So my mum wanted to be Mrs. Bowie, and it's got her name there as well. She's written Angela Liney, Aladdin Sane. So this is when my mum was a young girl as well. So I wish I knew what the date was on this. I can't. It's got to be 70 something, definitely, because I'm 75. So this is before she'd met my dad, before she had me. So this was when she was living at home. So she must have been about 16. 16 or 17, 15 or 16, I don't know, but that is so incredible because that is my mum's record. My mum bought this, she bought the cover for it, and I remember this as a child, and I remember that thing on his neck used to freak me out because I could not work out what it was. It really freaked me out. That's one of my earliest memories. Ah. We've got some old ones there, bit of Eartha Kitt, bit of Nat King Cole Trio. I do like a little bit of Nat King Cole. for more anthems. The New Seekers. Hey there, Georgie girl, walking down the street so fancy free. Or maybe. I think they were just called the Seekers then. Madonna. True Blue. Yazoo. Adele. That needs to go down there. Now 18. Yep, now 18. Now, if these Top of the Pops, oh my God, I don't know how they got away with it. They always used to have these. I mean, she is actually is dressed very well for what normally the covers are on these. Float On Way Down. Cheryl Ward was the one who bought that. What do we have here? Pink Sunshine. I haven't played that one yet. Hits 3, Transvision Vamp, The Hit Factory, Stock Aitken and Waterman there. Another one of Stock Aitken and Waterman. Tina Turner, Mad Max. Now That's What I Call Music 7. Now 10. There is an earlier Top of the Pops, and as you can see, very scantily clad. That's another one. It's actually wearing quite a lot there. Smash Hits 1971. What a ridiculous cover. Yeah, they are both wearing nappies. Oh, it's horrendous. That kid is probably in his late 40s now. How embarrassing. Supremes. I love the Supremes. This one is a modern. Oh no, it's not. It's not. It's the Carpenters Now and Then. I do love the Carpenters. If this is boring you can just fast forward. I love that. Dan will probably be interested. Dan is probably the only one that will watch this from beginning to end. See what I mean? 1979, she practically got her fun buns out. Sounds Bouncy from Decca. It sounds bouncy and it looks bouncy. Now, what is this? Now 14. Smash Hits. Top of the Pop 72. That looks like it's from the early 70s, possibly 69. It's very early, it's a bit 60s-ish. Top of the Pops, Top of the Pops, Top of the Pops. Hits 5. Superheroes. This is Jeff Love and his orchestra. Ugh. Simply Red Stars. I do like that album. I bought that album on CD. It was one of my first CDs I ever bought, that was. We got Voulez-Vous again. And what's this one? Pet Shop Boys, no cover, just that. Top of the Pops, Top of the Pops, Top of the Pops. Wham! Special US Remix. Chart Action in a Box. 75 top 10 hits. ABBA, The Visitors. Now, The Visitors, that is one of my favourite albums, that is. I love it. I can't play any of this music because I'll get copyright. Jazz Singer, I love the Jazz Singer. Now 6. Moody Blues, Out of This World. I like that one. 28 Hot Hits Out Now, Volume 2. That's from the 80s. Best of 1980 to 1990, Volume 3. (1991) EMI Germany, so this is a German one. Now 11. Now 20. That's a nice modern one. Kate Bush, The Whole Story. Eurasia Wild. Chart Hits 81. Diana Ross Silk, Paul Young No Palais, Roxy Music and ABC The Lesson of Love, Volume 1. Get in there, let's go down one more level. So this level here, I have a number of these covers that I use to protect them. Here I have some LP singles, Wham, For Your Eyes Only, Baccarat, Sorry I'm a Lady, that's for me, Sorry I'm a Lady. This is mine, original, from when I was younger. I bought that 85p. Wet, 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 Bros, Cat Among the Pigeons, Beautiful South. So those, I don't have many singles. So we're moving along here. We've got Etta James. Oh, sorry. I can't work out who that is. I can't read the writing. Something Adams. Olita Adams. Sound of Bread. The 20 Finest Songs. The Sound of Bread. I picked this up and I just thought it would be interesting. Nothing quite like The Sound of Bread. 1969. That was when they formed. Their most popular hits. Okay, I haven't listened to that one yet. Diana Ross and the Supremes, Now 6 Again, Carpenter Singles, 1974 to 78, Tubular Bells, I like that one. ABBA, Greatest Hits, fabulous. Mamas and the Papas, 20 Greatest Hits, I do like the Mamas and the Papas. This is an original one from my parents, from my childhood, Disco Fever, this one. There's a song on here called The Telephone Man by Mary Wilson. Oh my gosh, it scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. Telephone Man by Mary Wilson. Google it and listen to it, that evil voice. And then the other one then, Naughty 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 by Joy Sarney. Naughty Naughty Naughty, there is some sort of like, oh no, that's the one, not Telephone Man. Naughty 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 has got some evil, hideous, scary, monstrous voice on it. Oh, it's a single there. Dire Straits. Queen The Greatest Hits 2, Queen The Greatest Hits 1, The Greatest Hits of 1987, Wham, Fantastic, Simply Red Stars Again, Simply Red, George Michael, Listen Without Prejudice, I love that album. Now 11, Donna Summer, Bad Girls. Now this is the original, now that's what I call music, so that is what you would possibly call Now 1. I have 2 copies of this, and they are both in really, really good condition, as you can see, side 1. I think now at the moment we're on now 101 or now 102 as I speak. But this is the first one. We've got Phil Collins, Duran Duran, Lamal, Only for Love, Heaven 17, Temptation, Casey and the Sunshine Band, Tracy Ullman, Don't They Know? I quite like that song. Tina Turner, Let's Stay Together. So there we go. Now 1. It didn't even have a 1. It was just called Now That's What I Call Music. Diana Ross, Jean-Michel Jarre. I really like Jean-Michel Jarre. ABC Again. The Police. Elkie Brooks. I love Elkie Brooks. Jimmy Somerville. Carpenters. Rick Astley. The very best of the Stylistics. I really, really, really like the Stylistics. Michael Jackson's Greatest Hits. Before the major changes. Hits 3 again. Thompson Twins. 5-star. Oh my god. They were like the British Jackson 5, weren't they? They were fantastic. Everybody wanted to be them. Donna Summer, Introspective by the Pet Shop Boys. I love that album. Human League Greatest Hits, Eurasia, Bananarama. This is the original one, but I don't know where the record is, but I've kept it. I remember buying this. Aberesque. And this was after. I don't know why I bought it, because I didn't have a record. Oh, my friend Julian, he had a record player. Sunburn, including the original film soundtrack. Jim Reeves, that was bought by my dad. 20 Golden Hit. My father, Des O'Connor, I mean, you have to have a Des O'Connor, you just have to. My father-in-law, my Aussie dad, he bought a huge batch of records while he was over here a couple of years ago. And he took all the ones that he wanted to take back, and he gave me some of the others to sort through, and then the rest we took to the charity shop. Smash Hit 72, that is one I remember my parents had, and from my childhood. Leo Sayer, Neil Sedaka, that's my mum's. Johnny Mathis, Top of the Pops, Elkie Brooks, Pearls 2 again. Kenny Smiles. Now again, I've kept this because Kenny Smiles is a comedian, and this is an album Magic, which is one of his shows with him singing on it, and that is his signature. So Dorian and Melissa, lots of luck, Kenny Smiles. I remember we went to the theatre to see him, the Grand Theatre in Swansea, when we were kids. We went to see him, and my mum bought the record, and then he signed it for us as we were leaving. Now, oh God, you know, this is so terrible when I say this. The record on this was red, and I remember my clock had broken, and I had took out the mechanism of it, took the red record out of this, and shoved the clock mechanism through that, and then shoved it on my wall, and the record's gone. But I've still kept this. Unfortunately, I don't have. I have the I have the sleeve for it, but I don't have the record because I made it into a clock. Oh well. This as well. This is one of my mother's. That's her name on there. David Bowie, Hunky Dory. She loved them. That's another one of the originals. Well, Top of the Pops. This is the Hare Krishna Festival. This is also one of my mum's as well. I don't know where they got that from. Mum and Dad's. Dolly Parton. Dance Energy. Massive Dance Hits. Snap, Massive Attack. The World is Full of Married Men. That is the double album of disco hits from the film soundtrack. I've never seen that film, actually. Talking Loud and Clear, Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. Look at that. Mint condition. Eurasia, Love to Hate You. Rita Coolidge. Love that. I love a bit of Rita. Barbara Dixon. All for a Song. Soundproof Recording. I have no idea. This is a 12-inch promo. I might. That's a promo. I might be able to play that. Pet Shop Boys, actually. T-Rex. Oh, I love a bit of T-Rex. This is also one of my parents. This is oh yeah, because that's the Tubular Bells. That's the original one. That's my parents' original. I remember this as a kid as well. I remember being intrigued by the pictures of the fairies. Change of Heart. Michael Cassidy. This is my parents' original Tubular Bells. That has definitely seen some play. And also I remember this actual one as a kid. This is also one of my parents as well. And this one, Elkie Brooks Pearls. This was my mum's as well. She gave me this one. I think we're coming on to my parents' ones now. Out of This World, Moody Blues. That was my mum and dad's. Also this one as well. Tony Cole. Elaine Page Christmas. I remember my mum getting that one year. This is my mum's original Barry Manilow, the Best of Barry Manilow record. I remember this as a kid as well, and I remember loving to look at the necklace on it. Elvis. Probably that might have been from my grandparents that bought it. What's this one? Let's pull that out. Ah. This is Smash Hits Now. Okay, I'll have to put that to one side because that needs to go into another case. Paul Young. I lost the record to that. Hits of the Rockin' 70s, Slade, The Rubettes, New Seekers, The Bee Gees, Lulu, Johnny Mathis, Hammond Cold, Eurythmics. That is my original Eurythmics record that I bought. That's still all there. That's my handwriting. Why I did that, I do not know. Anyway. There's dust coming out of these because I'm sneezy. Put this back in. There we go, the original Barbra Streisand album that my mum used to play when I was a kid. This is one of the records that survived the house fire we had back in 1981. Because these were in the wall unit in the bottom of the drawer, and that is actual soot from our house fire in 1981. Oh, I can smell it. Oh my God, the memories. Everything that my parents managed to salvage from the fire smelt like that. Right. Memories from the corners of my mind. Now we're going to move on to the bottom one now, which is the more modern ones. Okay, we're on the bottom shelf. Don't worry, we're almost done. And these ones here on the bottom shelf are all of my new ones. Now, records, vinyl, discs, whatever you want to call them, have changed a lot when you buy new ones. And the thing that's changed the most about them is the thickness. So if I take this vinyl record here, which is Barbra Streisand's Guilty, which needs a clean actually, and you can see that it is very thin and very flexible. If I take this album here, which is a Dal 19, which is a new one, and I pull it out, and you take a look at the disc, it is not so flexible and it is thicker. It is noticeably thicker. And if I take out this one, which is Ed Sheeran, there, and I take it out of its cover, this one, which is orange, and that is even thicker. It's not very flexible at all. It's quite rigid. So the thickness of the records have changed. They say that it is due to the different material, and better sounding quality of it being thicker. I don't know, they do sound different when I play some of my original ones, especially some of the ones which were mass produced. You know, if it was a bit of a bad luck if you were getting to the end of the run of the copying and printing process, because you know, it wouldn't be as good as like the first batches coming out of them. Whereas these ones, they're only produced in certain quantities, and of course production of records has changed quite a lot since the days, but I'm no expert on it. Okay, so what have we got in the new ones? Like I said, so we've seen Adele 19, we've got Ed Sheeran, Fleetwood Mac Greatest Hits, so I've got the original one up there, and then I've got this new one. Michael Jackson's Bad, that's on a new disc, very thick. Amy Winehouse, Back to Black, smash hits of the 80s. Top of the Pops, this one is Human. This is a really nice album, I like this a lot. Rag and Bowman. Now this, was it this one? It was one of them I bought in Morrison's. As you walk through the door in Morrison's, they had a big rack selling vinyl records. And the weight on this double album is immense. Norah Jones, OMD, Kylie, Aphrodite, Billie Holiday, Lady Sings the Blues. This is a remastered version on vinyl, and the sound is amazing. It's with the Sonos that I've got and this digitally remastered copy on vinyl, you'd swear she was in the room with you. It really is incredible. Norah Jones, T-Rex, ELO, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. That's a new one as well. Weighs a ton. Eurythmics Greatest Hits, Miguel Bosé. I love Miguel Bosé, and I really like this album, Cardio. And then when I saw it on picture disc, I was like, I gotta get that. The other one I got as well is Miguel Bosé. This is Papito. Miguel Bosé sings with Ricky Martin, Juanes, Shakira, Julieta, David, Bimba, Yvette and Leonor. This is a really nice album by Bosé. The other one I bought as well, which is really special to me, is this one. This is, I wish this was an original. Can you imagine if this was an original, signed by them as well? But this is a new version of the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band by the Beatles. This is a new remastered album. Fantastic. If this was an original, it would be worth a lot more money. Amy Winehouse again, Adele 21, Amy Winehouse, Lioness. This one is Maroon 5. I love that one, it's a nice album. Duffy, I gotta have a bit of Duffy, haven't you? For Rock Ferry. Warwick Avenue, I love that song. The other one I bought as well, which I really like, is the best of Etta James. I love Etta James music. And again, that's a really good copy. And the last one new I bought, which is this one, which is Jamiroquai, Emergency on Planet Earth, because that's one of my favourite albums. And when it came out, re-released on vinyl, repressed, modernized, I was like, I have got to get this song. I've got to get this album because I really do like it. It's one of my favourite Jamiroquai albums. So it's the 20th anniversary reissue. Entirely remastered, includes insert with 2,000 word essay written by JK. It's an 180 gram audiophile vinyl. So it's this, the thickness of these ones is an 180 grams. And yeah, I've listened to this and the quality is incredible. Fantastic. So you might think we are done, but I'm afraid not quite yet. So here we have a box. We have a record box. And in here, this is where I keep all of my CDs. in these cases. A lot of these that I got in Colombia. So when I was moving back, I didn't have the weight capacity and the space to bring back the cases and the covers. I just brought back the CDs. So I have 3 CDs here, and I have 3 albums that I picked up. I was actually just going to make vases out of these, but I haven't. I'm not going to. And these are classic music. The GSM on these is a lot thick. I don't think it's 180. It says from 1970. Handle 33 and a third RPM, but the records themselves are thicker than the standard ones. Again, this is an original, so I shall put that inside there. We also have Handel's Messiah by the Concert Hall, and then this one we have here is 75 top 10 hits, very much like, I'm sure I got one similar to this in a box up there we saw. And these have Lip Sync, Sugar My Nod, Baccarat, Yes Sir, I Can Boogie, Boomtown Rats, Chart Action, 75 top 10 hits. And then this one is Rossini. This is The Barber of Seville, again by the Concert Hall company that makes this. Concert Hall Record Club, Concert Hall House, London. I don't even know if these people exist anymore, but they're all in excellent condition, and like I said, originally I was going to turn them into flowered pot holders, but I couldn't do that. So there we go. So that is my entire vinyl and music collection. So that weighs a ton. So this is my Steepletone turntable stereo sound system with built-in speaker system. Now, I think we've had enough of this video by going through the video collection, and we will do a demonstration of this in the next episode. So stay tuned for a full demonstration of this Steepletone mobile record player.